Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot. Today is January 23rd, 2016. It is the day of the full moon, and we're going to get started with the readings. We're going to start out with the general reading for Gemini for February 2016. This is a general reading, and therefore the messages may not resonate with everybody, in which case come back and check your moon and rising sign as they are posted. I am working on the rest of the video, so please bear with me. Again, this is the general reading for Gemini, February 2016. I have with me the Rider-Waite deck, the Sibyllus, and the Heart Oracle Tarot. Let's get started. Well, a card that presented itself. I will not accept. All right, let's put a rifle on this and see what we got going here. Uh-oh. Must be that full moon energy. We do know that the full moon is all about endings and completions, but it also ushers in new things. All right, here we go. 9 cards down. Page of Wands. The Lovers. There's our Gemini card. The Devil. The 9 of Wands. The 2 of Wands. The Ace of Cups. The Queen of Wands. The Sun card. And the 10 of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Wands underneath the deck. All right. We did have this King of Cups present itself as I was shuffling the cards. Now, I have 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards, 2 cup cards, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wands cards. Wow. Okay. So this tells me that this is a lot of energy going on around whatever this situation is. I don't know just yet. We could say that this could extend back to something that started during, was it the full moon in Capricorn a couple of months ago or a month or so ago? Or it can relate all the way back to this, to the time of Aries, or it could be coming about in the time of Aries, which would be, I think, March, April. This future line down here with this. What I see, our focus card in the center is the 2 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands is all about decisions, planning, looking ahead, trying to figure out where it is you want to go or what it is that you want to do. Now, I see that the entrance card is the Page of Wands. So this, to me, pages bring news. So this is perhaps a message related to either work, because we know that wands deal with your ambition, your desire, your will. It's about how you get your work done. But in a sense, since I don't see any coins cards, this may not be related to work. This could really be about a relationship. But, you know, again, this is general, so there could be a lot of things that this applies to. But what I see is some news coming in here with the Lovers. And this card is about a choice. This represents cooperation, partnership, and union. This is not the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups speaks to an equal partnership. And I could say, indeed, that it either extends back to the time of Capricorn, maybe the full moon in Capricorn that we had, or it could be about a Saturn transit for you, something that relates back to a Saturn transit. We do have a five planet alignment with Saturn being in play right now, but this could also speak to perhaps a message from someone from your past coming back. Whatever this thing is, it has put you on the defensive. And now you have to decide, okay, whether or not you're going to accept. Now, this, because it's a Cups card, it does speak to emotions, but it can also speak to opening intuition or feelings, getting in touch with your feelings coming to the forefront. But typically when I see this, and these are two aces, and we do have the Sun card here coming in. So I could say, technically, that this involves a female fire sign. It could involve a water sign, male, and also an air sign. Now, I know for the past few months, I have been reading about 3 people in a situation. We do have the Lovers and the 2 here. So this could be that situation coming back around again, as if to say that if this was a male water sign that you were involved with as an air sign, and what we have here is this link to the past of a female fire sign. Maybe this person has come back, you've heard from this person, and they're coming to you and they're saying, okay, well, look, I would like to try again. Maybe it is even you. I would like to try this again. We do have this Queen of Wands, and she's sitting in the past position. So there was some news, or this was her arrival, and in effect, you've been blocked, or you've been blocked literally in the physical sense, where maybe you haven't been able to visit or see someone, but it also speaks to your desires and your passion being blocked, perhaps by this person. We do see that whatever this thing is of the past came in, and it was a moving forward or a contemplation or decision about this person. Now, what I find interesting is this last line here. We have this Queen of Wands, the Sun card. So the sun, when the sun comes out, it dispels any negativity within the spread, and it's in the future. So whatever this is, it speaks to, this card speaks to being overworked, taking on more than you can handle, but it can also speak to a success and finally coming to the end of a cycle. We go from a 1 to a 9 to a 2 to a 10, and then we have an ace. And what I'm getting here is whatever this choice is, you are deciding, and whatever choice that you decide to make, it's going to be successful. But what you're going to have to deal with is this thing from the past. So this is any attachments, any limitations, anything where you've been feeling stuck, because you're going to be granted right now, this is the present line, you're being granted an opportunity for a fresh start, a fresh emotional start. And because this is at the end of the cycle, we could say that you're struggling. You're going to struggle with that for a little while longer, but eventually you're going to come out of it, and there's going to be something new. Okay. And then when I pull this card off, I see the Empress here. Let's turn this card, turn this over. The Empress. And then again, this is a number 3. I have the Lovers. I have the Queen of Wands. I have the 2 of Wands. I have the Devil card. I have the King of Cups. So I would say, indeed, this could involve 3 people in a situation, but this also is going to speak to, this is Venus. Venus is in play, and we know that Venus comes around to ask us to get clear about those things we place a value on. Deals with home, luxury, Those things that you know, what do you place a value on? And if you haven't been placing a value on yourself, then perhaps the Empress has come about to say, then it's time for you to do that. And you're going to be supported here with the Sun card and this Ace of Wands. This is perhaps about getting in touch with yourself. But these two cards together also speak to pregnancy. So it could be that some of you may find out that you are pregnant if you've been waiting. I don't see any cards of waiting. This could be that this is the choice that you have to make. Okay. It could be that this person of the past who is involved with this King of Cups, if this is an important person in your life, that maybe they're pregnant, or he got somebody pregnant, or you got somebody pregnant. And you decide to go forward, they decide to go forward, this person decides to go forward with the pregnancy. This is quite interesting to me, because this King of Cups here, and these are all three different energies. This is water, fire, and air. She comes in to represent earth. Maybe this happened during the Venus retrograde that we had a few months back. Maybe this is what the news is that you got. You got the news. You had to figure out what you're going to do with it, and you've been struggling with that information. Someone that had a past association deciding to make a return, or coming in and changing the situation, being bound in this situation, perhaps through pregnancy. And here, this shape, a choice that puts you on the defensive. But whatever this choice was, it was successful. And it is allowing you the opportunity to start afresh. Start afresh. Now, this is Saturn. This could represent, it's an air sign, Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4. These Venus, Saturn, and Mercury are all in play right now. And the Sun comes in tomorrow. I forget what sign it's coming into, but it arrives tomorrow. So let's take a look here, the Sibilas. And the first thing I want to look at is what this Devil card is all about. That's really what I'd like to look at first. What is this? Is it just an energy, or is it actually a person? Is it having to do with you yourself being bound, feeling bound and attached to something? Or is it really this person, someone being attached to this person? Or this person making a return, creating a limitation or restriction within the situation. Okay, yes. The Sibilas say it is a lover from the past, someone that you've been very, very ambivalent about, that has created some jealousy, havoc, and there have been conversations. Here we get the news. There have been conversations between you and a person about this, or there will be conversations coming up. Let's take a look at this Queen of Wands. Okay. I have the Donna Maritata, which speaks to a woman with children or a nurturing type of woman. A meeting and someone thinking about, or a reunion, thinking about a reunion with this person. In which case, let's look at what the Sun is telling us. Okay. If this is about a pregnancy, this is about the safe is about security, but it's also about things protected, a surprise, and then a gift or a present. So if you are a Gemini male and you are in a relationship with the female, if you guys have been considering starting a family, this looks like the news that you may be getting. I want to look at this Empress card. Now, the Empress comes in to say that in the past there was some happiness of the heart associated with it, and there was a contract, but something is changing. So if this is, I don't know what this is. This is crazy. Something is going to change with some type of contract or relationship. Let's look at the choice. Yes, there was an ending that came through with some news, and someone had to make a trip. The second message of the choice is, and when this trip happened or this trip will be occurring, there's going to be conversations about something coming up. So you're going to be getting some news, some of you Gemini people, that may have to do with a change in the relationship or a change in status, and it could even involve finding out that someone is pregnant. Now, the other message is that a change will be brought about through news that arrives on a visit or someone coming to visit you. This is going to bring about a choice. I want to look at what this 10 of Wands is all about. Again, I'm getting the message that it is, we can say this is something new because she represents a virgin message, and it has to do with the house. So I don't know, this could even speak to a marriage coming about, finding out. I just got this message for somebody else yesterday. I think it was Pisces. That could be why this King of Cups has come out. That there is news of a pregnancy or perhaps a marriage coming about. Now, this could play out in two ways. This could be someone for you, Gemini, from your past, a third person coming in, and you're finding out now that this person is pregnant. Or it could be that you yourself find out that you're pregnant and you have to give the news to someone. Let's take a quick look at this King of Cups. Yes, it is someone that you know. Speranza, the hope. This is someone you've known for a long time. But in the end, it's like it's saying he's going to end up being an enemy to you, or they're going to be some very hurt or cross feelings. Okay. Let's pull a, wow, that's interesting. Come on over to the blog if this resonates with anybody and let me know what's going on. I will not accept. If this resonates with you. But you know, whatever this choice is, it's like when it goes back to this, it's like these three cards, the Lovers, the Nine of Wands, and the Sun, like this block was something good for you because it's going to offer you a fresh emotional start, whatever this news is. So, you know, this is kind of hard. If this is a situation that you're going through, if we take the Empress out of the equation, two aces, it's going with the Sun, it's going to be a success, whatever this is. So if you make the choice to walk away or accept the situation for what it is, or if you're pregnant, and that's what you've been hoping and wanting for, then indeed, congratulations to you. Look, love abounds, another ace, and that's an Ace of Cups. So, whatever this is, I would suggest that you do get clear about what you place a value on and what is most important to you, because only you can decide that for yourself. Um, this is quite the spread. This is quite the spread. Let me quickly go back. I want to take a look at this Nine of Wands. That's kind of, maybe this involves a friend. Maybe one of your friends ended up having relationships with your partner. Or maybe if you find yourself in a situation where you find out that you're pregnant and you're not quite sure what to do, you've been upset about it, because we have the change, we have the melancholia, the sadness, and then we have the lamika. Maybe that you should confide in someone about this. This is quite the spread. Well, I got just another minute. Let me see what this Two of Wands is all about. This is, okay, yes. Well, I have the pensiero, in the past, someone thinking, gran consolazione, someone thinking about success and what a great success perhaps they had in the past. But the vedovo has come out, the man tied to his past, but also this could speak to, with the Kaza card, this could speak to an ending coming about in a particular situation. And it could be that it is a woman and two men, because I have these cards here. And there was only one female here in this. So this could go either way, people. Come on over to the blog, leave me a comment, let me know what's happening. And I hope this message helps you. For those of you who've been wanting to start a family, I say that if you haven't heard, you will be hearing at some point. Maybe you've just found out, in which case, congratulations. If it's the other way around and you hear about it, just try to remain in the spirit of love and decide what's best for you. That's it. All right. Until next time, namaste.